Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. So far in the price action section, we have covered the foundational aspects and importance of learning your candlesticks and the different formations. We've also covered the price structure, the basic price structure and the time frames in which the price structure is most important on. Higher highs, higher lows, how to spot those, looking at the bigger picture to grasp the overall bias of a certain market, a specific market. And now it is time to go into another highly important aspect of price action, which not a lot of people out there are really using, to be honest. Now I'm going to drop this one in. So we've gone through the lower swing highs, lower swing lows, higher highs, higher lows, how to spot those and so on. Now this is an Aussie dollar hourly chart. If I look at the daily chart on the Aussie dollar, I haven't got any of my levels on here, but I know more in the back of my mind. 0.7750 just here was an extremely significant number because we couldn't bypass it. And you'll see this later on when I'm starting to break down the charts, and actually it's in the next section, the key level placement, laying our barriers and foundations. Now we're getting a moving average crossover here on the Aussie, all right? And I've just gone over the video in regards to the basics behind the moving average crossover. So that's a heads up that on this daily time frame, this structure here, because what can we see on the Aussie? We can see, we can see, so I haven't got a mouse on this video, I've left it somewhere. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see the higher highs, higher lows. Eventually the market is going to turn around. So it will make the higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and eventually hit a barrier and then reverse. Aussie dollar could be in for a reversal right now. What's assisting us with that ideology is the fact that the moving averages are coming quite close together now. So if we can remove the candles, you can clearly see the MAs are in fact ready to cross and touch. So again, on every single chart we're looking at, guys, we are going to be going through the basis behind the price structure. If this was to start to consolidate, because even though it's still in an uptrend, we can in fact go sideways. Okay, the market can still go sideways between two levels and still be in an uptrend. It's just resting. We'll get into that later on some live examples. All right, now this video is all about the prior day's high and the prior day's low. The focus, the time frame focus for this strategy and concept is more or less going to be on the 2 hour and 1 hour. So I'm going to go through it. Again, the videos are here. You can always come back to the video, so I don't want anybody getting confused. And so this is something that we're going to be using later on in some of the trade examples to refine my entry points and so on. Now, Aussie dollar on the 2 hour time frame here, we can see again, lower high, lower high, lower high. We've just had a recent lower high and I'm currently short on the Aussie dollar. All right, I'm expecting new lows to be formed. So we can see the price structure there as well. And once more, we can see 3-pin pattern, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just zoom in, give you an idea. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is also a shooting star. And it's also a bearish engulfing because the red body is engulfing the green body. Over here we have a bearish engulfing as well. What else are we seeing here? We can see 1, 2, 3. 3-pin pattern. This is a bearish engulfing with a Marubozu concept. We don't have any wick at the base. And we also have a doji in the middle there as well. Today we've put in, I wouldn't call it a 3-pin pattern because we don't have any wick at the top end of here. But we can see where we've had 2 attempts to go through some kind of area around here. I wonder what this area is. Maybe it will become clear in a moment. So we can see that I would class that as a doji, and then we have the shooting star as well. The moving averages on the 2 hour time frame look as if they could be crossing over soon too. All right, now okay, so the previous day high and the previous day low. This is a 2 hour time frame. The previous day high and the previous day low are in fact important levels in which many traders Okay, well, you can call them traders, but people out there, let's say breakout strategies, breakout traders. There's these people setting buy orders and sell orders, like buy stops and sell stops, just above and just below the previous day's high and the previous day low, thinking that the market the next day will in fact bypass that level, enter them into the trade, and then off it goes. Simple as that. A lot of people are also placing stops at these levels as well. So let me just add on the daily high and lows, and then everything will become quite clear. Now, what I'm about to show you guys can revolutionize your trading tenfold. No word of a lie. And you'll see it in a moment. So the daily high and low indicator, for those who followed me personally for quite a while and some students, I know some students are aware of this because I've told them and I've showed them. This indicator, if you will, it's not really an indicator. It's just mapping it on for us, and it does it automatically every single day instead of us going back through and trying to draw on the lines where the previous day low was and the previous day high. Somebody's actually made now on TradingView a indicator, okay, to actually map this out. So you're gonna have to follow my instructions here because it is quite messy. It took me ages to actually break this down and do all of the concepts and set it all up. Okay, so just follow my lead. Now, indicators, what we want to type in is underscore CM. See this here? CM, high, low, open, close, weekly, intraday. So this dude, Chris Moody, shouts out to Chris Moody. He has in fact made this indicator now. This is what it looks like. This is not what we're using, don't worry. We need to do a few modifications. So guys, once you've clicked that onto the screen, we only want to apply this onto the 2-hour and 1-hour time frames. Now, in the TradingView tutorial, I showed you how to do the split screens. Now, don't worry if you're not too savvy with all of this yet. I highly recommend finish the video course and then come back to this. Please do, because you're going to get way too confused. So it should look like, well, let me set it up first. So do it on the 2-hour time frame or the hourly time frame, and we can right click any one of these and we go to format. We click format. This will appear, and what we want to do, I just need to zoom out here because it is relatively long. Actually, no, I don't. So by all of these tick boxes, we need to start unticking. So we untick all of these. Okay. Previous day high, as you can see here, we want to keep that on. Previous day low, we want to keep that tick too. All of the others, just get rid of. Get rid of all of these. Right, so previous daily low and previous daily high are the only ones that we need to remain ticked. The only ones. Okay, so color these black, and we want here, we want line with breaks on both. Line with breaks. And go ahead, guys, and press OK. Okay, for some reason that hasn't come up. Bear with me, please. Let me just double check over here. So as you can see, I've got it over here on my Euro USD. Daily high, daily low, line with breaks, inputs. Oh, that's why. That's why I need to go back to the inputs. So I'm still learning on this indicator. It's extremely difficult to understand. So I just need to go back to my object tree, and I need to go here. I need to go back to settings. All right, so show today's open, high, low, close. Show yesterday's open, high, low, close, I believe. So just go back to this one. Show yesterday's open, high, low, close. Okay, guys, so on inputs here, show yesterday's open, high, low, close. Style, previous day high, previous day low. There we go. That's that. Source code, don't touch that. Done. And as you can see, it's plotted on a channel. Okay, it's a very, very intelligent channel. Now, this is a 4-hour time frame. I don't really want to be messing around on a 4-hour. You can maybe have an experiment with it. Now, basically what's happened here is at 10 p.m. every day, I've already explained that 10 p.m. is our obviously daily closing time and so on. The market resets itself. And these will be plotted on from the previous day. Let me show you this on a 2-hour because it's a lot clearer. So I'm going to step right. So Aussie here. Aussie yesterday was a little bit all over the place. Now, the bottom wick here of this tweezer bottom, that was yesterday's low. That was the low of Aussie dollar. Here was the high on the actual same candle. So the low was made, the high was made in the matter of 2 hours. As you can see here, this line, I'm not really regarding it as an indicator, just a helping hand, has actually plotted itself exactly where the low was made. The high here, this line, if I can line up the crosshair there, you can see it's plotted itself on where the high was made. Previous day. This here has plotted itself on where the prior day's high was made. Here you can't really see it, but if I line my crosshair up, it's plotted itself on where the previous day low was made. Here as well, plotted itself on the base here, 1, 2, 3, where this was made. Alright guys, so you can go back through the charts. So instead of us going through and drawing lines on and so on, we can actually use this to give us a great insight into the previous day highs and the previous day lows. Now, before I just get in and just show you some examples, I'm going to just say this, right? If you get a notepad out, this is basically what you're going to be using this for. You're going to be using it on a 2-hour time frame and a 1-hour time frame to refine your entries. I did in fact state, please finish the rest of the videos before you go back and start playing around with this. This is how to refine entries. But I'll put it into the price action section and I'm going to hit back on it later because it is an important piece of price action. It fits well in this category because I've still got a lot to talk about. Other than that, these levels, you can go back on any single currency pair and you can see the reversal points, how the market continuously, not all of the time, but a lot of the time, it continuously responds to these levels. So when the market rolls over 10 p.m., let's say the Asian session started. Okay, let's go on to the 1-hour time frame on Aussie. So what happened? Aussie dollar last night opened, it shot all the way up, and look how it's respected this level. Look here, see here? This is where accumulation is happening. This is where banks are hitting people's stops, because think about it. There's so many stop losses above the prior day's high. There's so many buy orders above the prior day's high, and vice versa goes for the daily low as well. And the people who are controlling the market understand this, and this has been going on. I've known about this for around 4 years now. Okay, I haven't included it into the one-to-one face-to-face course because I don't want to throw it in there and just confuse the hell out of people. I've mentioned price action needs to be understood, practiced thoroughly. No, and what I mean by that is, especially the next chapter, the key levels. We need to get the key levels down. The price action candlesticks, we need to know about those, and we need to get the 3-pin formation. Okay? Before we start layering on and getting to grips with the refined stuff. So every single day, actions. What's happened today on the Aussie? Boom, spiked all the way up. We spike through this, boom, we've come back down. We've had another boom, we've come back down. So putting it bluntly, you are looking for reversal points, guys, around and maybe just above the daily highs and around and maybe just below the daily lows. So we need to read price action proficiently, and that's what I'm here to help you do. Get the overall trend direction and so on. And then we can go in and use these on the execution time frames, which could be the 2-hour, could be the 1 hour, and even the 4-hour, in order to refine our entries and look for reversals in the theme and riding the bias of the overall time frame, the overall direction. Because remember, we need to look at the monthlies, weeklies, dailies, and then we can step down. So guys, what I'm showing you here is going to revolutionize your trading 100%, but we need to keep it neat and organized. So you can see here on the we have 3 pin formation, 1, 2, and 3. Your entry would have been at the close of the third candle here, and you would have been in profit. Your stop loss again is 15 to 30 pips above. So in the case of this over here, this is accumulating positions. But guys, what are we doing as well? You know, we're not getting caught into the hype of the sudden breakouts because the market's going to go the opposite way. We have that one there. We also have this one here. Right? That one is a little bit far-fetched. We have a false break here. So we're looking for the false breakouts, sharp reversals around these zones. False breakout, sharp reversals, candlestick formations in the theme of the overall trend. 2 hour, and so as you can see here, reversal, 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 reversal. This is happening on a daily basis on all currency pairs, gold, bones, FTSE, indices, oil. It's all there. It's all there. All the markets are related in the same way. Now, as you can see, I like to switch between the 2 hour and the 1 hour. So even there, with 2 hour setup, we can enter in an hour if we wanted to. So we've got 3 pin, 1, 2, and soon to be 3 if we close on the Aussie. I'm already short on this at the moment. Here we have, I wouldn't say it's a tweezer top, but it's a nice shooting star. We can see again the wicks. Boom, 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 3 wicks. Shooting star. Your short would be after the candlestick formation and use the candlestick formation rules to enter short here. Boom. Stop loss 20. Now, this is what it looks like when we have our split screen chart set up. I've showed you how to do this, guys. I've showed you how to do this. You can also go ahead now and set and save this as a preset. So you go save study template as, and I've saved mine as daily high in MA. So it's all there. I don't have to go through all of those settings again, which I showed you at the start of the video. So Euro USD over here. So I've got my 2 hour, which I'm flicking between the 2 hour and the 1 hour. Again, this is advanced stuff. This is advanced mapping of the overall trend direction, which I have in my daily here. I've got my 4 hour over here as well, and then I'm refining my entries on the. So here, this is a trade that I put in at the end of the course, which you'll see. Come close to my target yesterday. I'm actually still in the trade. I'm very, very close. I got distracted because I was with some students. What I've done here is I've spotted, okay, I'm looking at the daily structure. Got the lower swing highs, 3 pin formations, candlestick formations, overall bearish. We've got the daily candlesticks over here as well. And even on the, as I say, you can play around with this on the 4 hour. So if I add the daily highs and lows to the 4 hour, we can see how it's respected the zone on the 4 hour chart as well. So we've got the respective zone on the 4 hour time frame over there. So here we have 1, 2, 3 pin formation and the bearish engulfing. We've got a crossover there as well. So that is basically this here, and I've refined my entry on the 2 hour time frame. I've gone through this at the end of the course, before and afters, live trades. I have seen this. I've seen obviously what's going on over here on the daily time frame. It's a potential lower swing high. And then I have, if I can zoom in there, I have my 1, 2, 3 pin formation, and I've entered after the third candle. 1, 2, 3, bearish engulfing, short. Stop loss I've calculated 20 pips above, and then I've took my target down to the daily area of support, which you're going to learn thoroughly in the next section and next videos. I would say this is probably one of my best entry strategies, but you can't really use it if you don't know how to read the rest of the price action, guys. So this is what you're going to learn throughout this course, and I say this is definitely going to revolutionize the way you trade. So this setup here, what I've actually done, I've kept my daily over here. As you can see, I don't use it on the daily time frame, but I've already showed you how to set up your charts and how to minimize and maximize like this, so you can quickly do it. And I only keep this on the hourly. So once you've got your hourly up here and your hourly and 2 hourly in this left window, you can apply the daily highs and lows, and you can keep it there. So I'm just going to show you a couple examples on a few other a few other currency pairs. So we've got the GBP USD loading, again same thing. Now with the GBP USD, I'm getting a nice tweezer top formation now on that weekly area of resistance, pretty decent. You can go back through the charts, and you can see where we've actually respected these zones, where it's very, very precise. Here, can you see this here? It's open, boom, straight through it. It's activated orders, it hit stops, boom, move the opposite way. Same here, look at this, boom, 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 boom. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points as to where it spiked straight through the prior daily high, respected it before actually making its overall move. Here again, we have a nice move, 1, 2, 3, 4. Forcing up positions, enticing people to go long, slams it the other way, 150 pips. So I'm going to leave this up to you to go through. These are buy and sell areas, buy and sell points. All currency pairs. Again, you can stick with the currency pairs that I do recommend though, please do. So let's just look at gold quickly, see if gold respects this as well. So gold respected it here nicely. If I just maximize this chart, we've respected it there. Remember, gold quite volatile, choppy. Here we've had a little bit of a punch straight through the prior day high, punch straight through the prior day's low, punch straight through the prior day's high, reversal points again. I actually took a short trade from this. I'm going to catch up on that trade in a moment for the videos at the end, and here as well. So daily highs, previous daily lows. This is going to revolutionize trading. This is quite something. So yeah, you can feel free to go through all currency pairs, indices, commodities, and you can see all of this. So what's actually happening here as well, guys, is that a lot of the time the market will spike through this in one of the sessions as a false move, but we always, I'm not saying every time it does it, buy and sell. No, I'm talking finding the direction of the overall trend and then use that in combination with this. I've showed you how to set it up. I'm going to be coming back to it later, and I'm going to show you live trade examples of where I've made this work for me and I've made some money from it. News fundamentals, you'll often notice as well when you do have these mapped on your charts that the news will drive the price through it one way or the other before actually continuing its overall trend direction. So after news, half an hour, 30 minutes, please look for these reversals, the candlesticks, 3 pins. And you'll see for yourself how manipulated this market is, and it will open up a whole new light into your trading. Now, as I say, I've known about this for about 4 years. When I was about 2.5, 3 years into my trading, I come across this information, and I started to study it more or less on MetaTrader. But since I moved over to TradingView, I found this, and it's just great. So I was switching between TradingView and MetaTrader to obviously look at the daily highs and lows on my charts there. So that's that. I've showed you something here which is going to assist you greatly. I'm going to come back to it. I've got one more video to do in this section where I'm just going to wrap it up and just give you a helping hand on execution timeframes, accumulation zones, organizing setups and timeframes, and just talk a little bit more into detail. And then we're going to go into the key level placement. So to wrap it, we're doing candlestick recognition, introduction to the moving averages, combining that overall trend direction, so on. A little bit about the daily highs and lows, banks, manipulation levels, and again the accumulating positions, the building up positions, enticing people to go the opposite way, hitting stops, hitting buy orders, hitting sell orders, and then basically milking everybody. So that's that, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, let's crack on with the next one. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.